Hello, Internet. Welcome to the Harsh Times. I'm Jared, and this is
David. So, what's with the harsh times now, bud?
Disney Plus is launched, and so is The Mandalorian. That's all fine and swell. I think we can all agree that some old
And new.
Disney shows are fantastic to watch. What I want to talk about specifically right now is is the Baby Yoda, or Yodelet, or whatever people want to call it.
Yeah, what's up with that thing?
I'm glad you asked, David. I'm sure you've noticed our questionably quiet third member over here. That's our guest star for this episode. I brought her in to ask us some questions she's gotten from the community about Baby Yoda. So please, introduce yourself to the viewers at home, then hit us with some questions.
Hiya, I'm Lauren. Happy to be here. And this whole Mandalorian thing is kind of it's a big epidemic now because, Star Wars has gotten so big.
Yeah.
And the latest meme has been Baby Yoda. And, I think it's good to know if he really is Yoda. I mean,
that's my first question. So, is it Yoda's kid that he had with another one of his species, or is it like a clone? Because a friend of mine watched Clone Wars and said that Yoda was the one that picked up the clone, so he might have possibly cloned himself. Or it could be before he died, he, met another one of his species and they had a kid.
Right.
So, I mean, what do you think? Do you think it's a kid, clone? What do you think, Jared?
If it's anything, it might be a kid, because we had Yaddle from the original clone movies. She was also on the Jedi Council, and they're the only two that Yoda species that we know about, so I'm not saying it could have been a clone, but the age wouldn't add up.
That's true.
Eventually he did prove himself that he can use the Force in a way, so it's still debatable, I think.
Yeah, that's very fair.
Yeah, because, so I know in the, written stuff I've seen that, Yoda's species is very prominent to the Force, and they are very enthralled in it, in a way. They're connected to it. So, I mean, I could understand even if it was a clone or the kid, that they could still both be connected to the Force.
Oh, yeah, there's definitely been clones who have been connected to the Force.
Yeah, so, next question is, what is Yoda's name? Lil Yoda? Yodelet? What's its name?
Oh gosh.
I'm personal to Lil Yoda, because I think that's hilarious.
Of course you are.
Okay, SoundCloud rapper.
Okay.
Man, well, I think to follow up with that is why a floating stroller?
Yeah, is he using the Force?
Is it by itself? Because he can push it easily, but it also moves by itself.
Right.
How's that possible?
That makes me
think
it's
the way... It could be the Force, but I also think it's just the way that their technology is. And he Bluetoothed it to his little wristwatch thing. Because, you can see it, he's do and, pushes the thing away whenever he was being attacked by that furry rhino.
Yeah, that's fair.
And another thing is the fact that Yoda looks a lot like a spoofed up gremlin. So is it possible that there are more out there?
Thought you were just gonna say Yoda looks like Yoda.
Yoda looks like Yoda.
Yeah. I think, it might be. That's kind of neat, though.
I mean, plenty of people would want multiple.
bunch of little Yodas.
I don't even want multiple kids. Multiple Yodas would be terrifying.
Like an army of baby Yodas all just charging at you with the Force. That'd be kind of fun.
But if they all have the wisdom of Yoda in general,
I don't think you get the just wisdom. I think that's just years and years of experience.
That's training 1,000 generations of Jedi wisdom.
Yeah.
Oh,
but do you know what you could do with all of that power?
Exactly.
Exactly.
So the next question I've got is, so what did Baby Yoda do for 50 years? Because technically, in our age, he'd be 5 or whatever. Mm-hmm. But in his time, he's 50 years old.
Right.
So, what the heck was this baby doing for 50 years? Who was watching it?
He was just chilling.
I mean, how did he end up with a bunch of bloodthirsty pirates in the middle of the desert?
How did he end up with a bunch of bloodthirsty pirates? How do you do that?
I want to know really who knew about him. Why does he have this big old expensive bounty? The bounty's apparently so old that there's not even the disc. There's just the tracking fob.
That's true. Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, how old is this bounty?
Huh. Well, I don't know. Yeah,
I would
maybe
hope-
it was set up. So what if, like, when all the Jedi or whatever they got taken, they got killed or whatever? What if it is his kid and that his wife or whatever took the baby and they went on their own separate ways to protect the kid? Somehow somebody found out and got a contract on her, and then found out about the kid because obviously it was a secret because nobody knows anything about it
Right.
except for like the few people. So. I don't know. That's kind of interesting.
I mean, I would hope that this series would hopefully elaborate on it within the next couple Fridays, right?
Yeah. Because it comes out like what every Friday for till the show ends. I know that like once it gets closer to its ending, there'll be an update on like Wednesday, and then the next day will be the finale. So
Do we know the whole schedule? Like,
yeah.
Do they know when it
they
ends?
posted the schedule. I don't know about any of the names for the episodes, but a friend of mine at work, we looked it up. So
Wow.
yeah, so my next question is, so the Mandalorian armor at the beginning
Right.
of episode 1, or like I don't remember if it was towards the beginning or towards the middle. It was after he completed his first contract in the beginning. He got that new armor piece.
Mm-hmm.
So how does that work? Like, is it like reputation they get more armor, or is it like for every bounty or whatever?
For every merit.
How
Yeah, for
that
every
worked,
merit.
that was a special Mandalorian only metal that's like strong enough to like deflect sabers and all sorts of stuff. He decided it's either extremely valuable or extremely protective. And being solo by himself, I think he chose protection over money in that moment.
That would make sense, because I mean, yeah, I've not seen him really partner up except for with that one farmer dude with the baby Yoda.
Yeah.
So that's been the only real instance that he's partnered up.
That and the
That
assassin.
one. I mean, the assassin too, but I mean, he killed the assassin.
Yeah, he immediately went, no.
So, I think that's interesting. I hope we get more of that. I'm
Yeah,
hoping
that was
we
really
get some more of
cool.
that, 'cause
Yeah.
that was really cool. Because the chick that or whatever they gave him, her helmet was extremely different from his.
Yeah.
So I think it might be a merit thing, personally, anyways, that they could choose, the money or the protection, and they
It
just
might
kind
be.
of build up their armor as it goes. Because I mean, the Jawas, they wanted his armor. Like, they know how valuable it is.
Because
So
the metal's in it. They're scrappers. That's what they do.
So, I guess my next question. So, like, what do you think about the wildlife? So, I mean, I love
Fuzzy
some
boy.
wildlife. They're really just from the few that we've seen. I mean, that weird two-legged thing that attacked him. That thing was
God.
hilarious. And then like all the little lizards or whatever that were running around him in the little canyon on his way
He
back
tried to
with
ride
Baby Yoda.
one.
Yeah.
You could describe this as the new Pokemon game.
The new Pokemon game, Star Wars edition. That's funny.
Pokemon Saber or Force.
Wouldn't that be like? No, that'd be like the Sith or the Republic. No,
Oh no.
I don't know.
Jedi or Sith. Ooh.
You're more like dark side of the light. side.
Civilized, uncivilized.
All right, so I guess with that, on to Disney Plus. So it's recently been launched. So
Oh, boy.
what's the issues with Disney Plus?
That's not the issue.
A few to touch on already, because you would hope for Disney. They have so much money.
Oh,
I would think that they'd put a lot of time to work on an app that has already,
Smooth.
to run smooth, and the fact that they've probably taken a lot of money from Netflix already.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I know a lot of
I
people have
canceled mine.
quit, yeah. So I know a lot of people have complained about the resume watching or having a watch list on Disney, and right now you can't do that. I know you can search what you were watching and hope that you find whichever episode you were on, but I know that that's been a main concern lately.
Yeah, I don't want to have to keep my own list of what I've watched and what I haven't. Because if I fall asleep and I wake up on like episode 7, season
exactly,
18.
that too, yeah. Because I mean, with Netflix, anyways, like if you fall asleep or whatever, not that it knows, but like
It'll
after
check
a few
in.
episodes, it checks in. It's like, are you going to continue watching? Like,
Are
you've
you
not
still
touched the
there?
Are you
remote?
still there?
Are you still there?
Oh, God.
I mean,
Jared.
that's like terrifying,
It's not
actually.
good.
But like, I mean, for me personally, I end up passing out, and like The Office is always playing in the background.
yeah.
And
Right.
I'm on like episode 30 of like the next season or whatever, and like I haven't seen anything about Disney Plus actually having something like that.
Yeah. So I would hope that within the next couple updates or so that they do that. But I know Jared had touched on before we started recording that,
Oh yeah, how fast are they going to update the new shows? Like, if we have a new, are they going to post it season by season like Netflix does? Or are they going to post it every episode as it comes out? Or what are they going to do?
Well, when a movie comes out, too.
Right, or a movie. Like, are they going to post it as soon as it hits DVD? Which is what I would assume, so if they posted it when it was in the theater.
If it's already DVD, then at that point,
Yeah.
I wouldn't see them after. I wouldn't see if it's still in theaters. I would think it's not going to be on there for sure. For the TV shows, I'm not necessarily sure. They might just straight up upload both to, their TV channel and to the app, or to the streaming service, I guess, since it's not necessarily just an app.
Yeah.
I could see that working both ways. I don't know how often they'll update with like fixes, but I do hope that they do bring in the recently watched tab. I know that they did do one thing right. The skip intro button.
Thank God.
Is the best
Crucial.
thing
Okay,
ever.
some intros are good to watch, though.
Some intros are
Sure,
good, but it's
if
an
you have the
option.
time.
That's why it's the button. So, after you've, binge watched and watched, every
mhm.
episode in a row, it's kind of nice to have the skip intro button.
Well, Netflix has that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. That's why it's a good transfer.
Oh, yeah,
They got that
definitely
right.
Yeah. Now, David, you mentioned censoring.
Yeah, so
Yes, censorship.
apparently a friend of mine, they have discovered that they are censoring some things for different shows. I know The Simpsons been
Oh my.
censored for sure. I mean, they own that one. What's that one Bart meme? It's like he puts on like a bra or whatever. He's like Mickey Mouse, and he's like, I'm the head of a Hannah Company or whatever. I'm pretty sure that's like no longer in there. And then you said something about Gravity Falls had some issues.
They were censoring Grunkle Stan's hat for the first season of the show because it has a symbol that's somewhat related to a real-life cult. It has similar differences, but it's not the exact same.
Wow.
And they censored it for the first half because he falls and gets a new one. But what I find funny, they can't decide what they want to censor from Disney because the promo pictures of the episode still have the symbol on the hat.
Right.
But the animation inside the episode doesn't. So
That's super weird. And the thing is too, with that is, Disney wasn't the one that produced these shows. So
Right.
why
Why
didn't
didn't they
they
before?
censor it before? So I don't know. I know I know with the bundle or whatever, it's like Hulu, Disney Plus, ESPN Plus, and then Disney Plus has like National Geographic and a bunch of other things, right?
yeah, something like that.
That's just so sad to me because,
Are those shows gonna get censored too?
right.
And what can you censor?
Well, 'cause
on
everybody's-
ESPN Plus. You never know what's gonna happen with that.
Oh God, yeah. Well, and I think the main thing is everybody gets so politically correct now that I feel like they
What
feel
if
like
in
they
the
have to be
future-
more sensitive about it.
Yeah, is that
Yeah.
what you're saying? Like
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
future,
yeah.
if we have to go back and censor something,
Right.
are they just going to go back and like the 1960s? There's a 1960s session on Disney Plus.
Yeah. What are they
Like-
gonna take off?
Are they just going to? Oh, this word is no longer politically correct, sir. It's in every episode of our 1960s show. Gone. Are they going to Thanos snap it out of existence?
Right.
Or-
Yeah, that's true. That's true because I know at Netflix as they put some stuff on, they'll remove stuff for a little bit. Like when Zombieland 2 came out, Zombieland was on Netflix for a while, and then 2 came out. They took it off for a little bit because it went back into Redbox.
Yeah.
And then a little bit after Zombieland 2 had its time in the theater, it was still in theater. I noticed it came back on. So, are they going to remove stuff and then put new stuff on? How often are they going to do that?
Because I think at least personally, what I thought from my impression of Disney Plus was that everything from Disney was going to be on it,
Yeah, me
which
too.
was the only thing that I think one of the few things that would make Disney Plus standalone from other streaming companies is that they'll keep their stuff on there because it's theirs. So.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know. Yeah, I agree with that. Who knows what they're going to say. I don't know about any exclusives that are coming up. I know that with Disney Plus, you get the Lady and the Tramp movie, and then obviously the Mandalorian, and then I don't know. I hear a lot of people do really enjoy the app service so far, and that it's been really great. Beside a few minor things like the censorship and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So I think the general consensus is that it's pretty good. It's like 4.5 stars out of 5 or whatever. So they've got a few minor things to fix, but they're a big company. It's Disney. They buy pretty much everything, like the Mortal Kombat tournament. They're gonna have everything eventually.
Yeah.
True.
So.
Yeah.
Can I swing it back to Mandalorian for one thing? And I guess
sure.
we'll have to call it quits at that point.
Go ahead.
But I don't know if you guys remember the holiday special of Star Wars.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wait,
yeah.
which
Yeah,
one? Which one?
like the original 1970s one that George Lucas hates. There's only like 4 copies left in existence.
Oh my.
What? No,
I
don't know.
didn't
anything
know
Okay,
about that.
So there was a holiday special where it was Chewbacca trying to get back to his family, and it was on Life Day, which is their version of New Year's or Valentine's Day, or something like that. It's like a mix of the two. It's super weird,
Oh
but I
my.
found it very enjoyable. That as much as George Lucas hates that, it's in Mandalorian. The guy was like, "Oh, I want to get home for Life Day. Guess that won't be happening." I found that very enjoyable.
That is kind of interesting. Well, I don't think George Lucas necessarily owns it anymore.
Yeah, he doesn't have any say in it.
Yeah, he doesn't have any say in it anymore.
I wonder if that was
because-
a way to spite him or something.
I really hope not. I would think that Disney would try to respect him as much as possible because, I mean...
Because he made such an impact.
He changed society, really, especially, like, American society. I mean, Star Wars is so big and so bad. I mean, I have this, like, Star Wars chess set that a friend of mine gave me. I could sell it on eBay for, like, $50 just for the pieces. So... I mean, just from the toys and the games, the series, the books. I mean, there's just, it's such a deep thing,
It's one of the biggest.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So, all right. I think, anybody else got any more questions? I think that's everything,
Last minute
honestly.
things. Lauren, you good?
I'm pretty much set, I think.
Good, you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
I say we can end it.
All right.
I've been your host.
Jared. Yeah, I'm not saying it. I'm not
I know. I've been your host.
What is this, iCarly?
This is iCarly. No. I've been your host, Jared. That's David, and that's Lauren.
Yeah,
All right.
Check us out next time at Harsh Times. Goodbye, Internet.
Bye.